This is literally the last day of March 2023. It's the 31st of March, and it's quite interesting. It has been a quite interesting year so far. So, what I do as more of a beginner artist is I just started this new thing where I'm dividing my time, like my improvement. I'm tracking my improvement throughout 4 quarters in the year. So that's exactly 3 months of the month, and every week I do like check to see how far I'm going, if I'm reaching my goals and my targets. I set myself a couple of targets in the beginning of the year and divided them towards that four. And I actually achieved them. I actually achieved most of the goals I had set for like the first quarter of the year, which is amazing. And now we're entering the second quarter. Okay, just to explain a bit, I did achieve like the first quarter of the year in February because like I started the year super strong. Yeah, and that it did kind of die down like towards the end of the first quarter, and yeah, it was like a lot of external factors that were like contributing to that like downfall. But the great thing of dividing your year in quarters is like you can start all over again, and this is how it exactly feels. So when I'm starting all over again, this I do treat it as something new, and I look at everything that worked, everything that didn't work, I leave behind, and anything I feel like I need improvement on. And this is how I plan to improve my art throughout the second quarter of the year. So, number one is changing my references. I have noticed I do stick to like a certain type of reference, and it is like model pics or model photography that has a little to no expression to them. And as much as I do love drawing them, as much as I learn a lot from them, I feel like I'm closing myself off from having more expressive portraits. Other than that, based on those photographic like references, I feel like it's hindering my progress because it's a lot of staring into the camera, and I do like constantly change that. But now I want to completely change my references to feel like more cinematic, something that's film like, something like it feels like it was taken like someone viewing another character's world, something like that. So I will be changing my references to focus more on like a cinematic, quote unquote, like film focused way. Like I don't want to feel like I'm posing my characters, which I am, but like I want to feel like we've caught them doing something important. Number two, it is focusing on anatomy and perspective. I feel these are fundamentals that I kind of have been ignoring, especially anatomy, because I've only been able to draw portraits, but I want to make time to actually draw more of the human body. I want to learn how to render the human body. I feel like my rendering needs a lot of work, and I want to focus on rendering more of the body, not just like doing the face. Number three, drawing props and backgrounds. Once again, I have been focusing so much on my portraits. I do really love making portraits, but I do want to like improve a ton, and I want to focus on more stuff other than my portraits right now. So I've set the goal of drawing like a page of props every single week and one background every single week. So I am making a tons of these things more attainable, something that's not too hard for me right now, and something that is realistic to my progress. Number four is drawing every day, and I started that way in the beginning of the year. It kind of died off like end of February, March. It was really hard to draw every single day. Speaking of this week, I have drawn like twice, and I feel like drawing every day is important for growth. Like, I know the debate, like, you don't have to draw every single day, and I get that, but I definitely feel like that's something that does work for me, because it like constantly puts me in a place of trying to draw, you know? Like, the more I procrastinate to draw, the more I don't draw. And that's how I grew as an artist. I know there are people who grow like even without drawing, which I find quite interesting, but I feel like the less I draw, I come back and it doesn't look as good as the time I draw every single day. And I'm gonna accomplish this goal by always giving myself an extra hour. This is either by waking up earlier, sleeping a bit later, or cutting my shower times, because I do be taking like 1 hour long baths, which I really do not need to do. So that's what I am planning to do to reach the drawing every day. Number three, not number three, oh my god. Number 5 is making more videos. I don't know. It feels like when I have a video to make, I just draw, and it doesn't have to be like YouTube video or Instagram. Literally a video for myself to see how I'm reaching, how I'm drawing, how my hands are placed, and stuff like that. So I want to make more videos, some for myself. Majority of them will be for myself. I feel like as an artist, you should be able to keep some of your documentation to yourself to track your progress. And then going on, I will be reading more books, more fiction books to be specific. This is an external factor that I do think will contribute to my art more, just because books do have like very nice descriptions in them, and it is more like pushing like your mind to like see images or like be in that place and in that time. So I am planning to read more books just to help with that, and also to help with just like expressing myself a bit more. I feel like I lose a ton of expression when I'm like, okay, let me draw a city, but like, what is in the city? How does a city like smell? Like, is it touching all like the 5 senses? Like, how does it smell? How does it feel? Is it cold? Is it windy? Is it hot? Is it sweaty? Is it like fresh, or is there like a ton of pollen in the air, or like is it like a really bad like air quality? So I want to capture all that, and I feel like reading more books does help like stimulate that part of my mind. Okay, next it is sticking to themes. I've planned themes throughout April, May, and June. I think May, we all know the theme is mermaids. I'm not good at that, but like, I like mermaid. If you don't know what mermaid is, it's a time us as artists just draw mermaids for a month. It's so random. Like, I feel that's the most random thing that we as artists do, but I want to participate. Like, I always like draw like 2 mermaids and give up, and this time I'm trying to draw more. And yeah, so I have themes for April. You're probably gonna see it, and I have a theme for June, and May is gonna be mermaid. And to continue on with that, after sticking to themes, I will be doing more fan art, which is like something where everyone is like, no, don't do fan art, it ruins your art, blah blah blah. But I feel like drawing things I actually like, and like being able to express someone else's art is in my own like style, quote unquote style, or the way I want to see it, will like actually it will actually tell me what my style is. I don't know. I feel like I don't have a style. People say I do because I draw in a certain way, but like, I look at it and I'm like, oh, like, but it looks like a bit different. Like, it always changes. And yeah, but I still want to do tons of fan art for my favorite shows, my favorite movies so far. through this year. I think I've only done fan art for Abbott Elementary, which I loved. Okay, this is why else I want to do fan art. Like that was such an like so different from my style. And it was like very interesting setting the mood of that piece, because like I don't set the mood all the time, and it was quite interesting. And yeah, so I learned a lot when doing fan art and just taking those images and describing them in my own eyes, which is kind of like the purpose of an artist. So these are all the things I will be doing for the next coming weeks for 3 months. It is gonna be 3 months. I'm hoping these all help contribute to my individual goals. I do recommend, if you are a beginner, I don't know, this works for me. Like, I love planning because I know where I'm going. Like, sometimes I just need to know where I'm going or where I'm heading or which path I'm sticking to. And I encourage everyone else to do the same. So, yeah, thank you for listening, obviously. I wonder what goals you guys have set. I wonder if other artists do this. Am I just a weird one? I don't know. Maybe I should like be talking to more other artists on the internet. Yeah, it would help. Yeah. Anyways, hope you guys have a fantastic time. Don't forget to draw, fill in a sketchbook page or two, and enjoy your time. Bye bye.